Shalom, Yasharala, HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and taught us this truth through the Spirit. Shalom to the sincere Akim, Wagwatyam, listening and learning. The Akim making their bodies a living sacrifice. In these last days, pushing the word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the speckled birds scattered abroad that look like the other nations but are truly Yasharala. Alright, I just want to go into a quick article that a brother shared on Twitter. Sure, we'll just get right into it, man. So, Canada to make online hate speech a crime punishable by $20,000 fine. I read this and my eyes just went wide open. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Alright. Because who do you think this is gonna affect? Alright, who do you think this is gonna affect? So Canada's ruling Liberal government announced on Wednesday that it plans to make online hate speech a crime punishable by as much as $20,000, which is $25,600 for in CAD. Alright, for the first offense, and $50,000 for the second. The proposal would punish social media users who broke the law, but exempt social media companies that host such content from fines. Bro. Oh my god. The news comes after a 20-year-old man recently rammed his truck into a family of 5 in Ontario, killing everyone but a 9-year-old girl. Hey man, really that's judgment, but that's a different topic. They say it was an anti-Muslim terror attack. Really? That the proposed law would not target simple expressions of dislike or disdain during a virtual press conference. The law is only designed to punish the most extreme forms of hatred that expresses detestation or vilification of a person or group on the basis of a prohibited ground of discrimination. Hate speech directly contradicts the values of underlying freedom of expression and our charter rights. Meanwhile, look at the Gadites. Look at the Gadites in Canada living on reservations. Esau, look at Esau's priorities, man. Look at what they're doing to Gad. They're still taking land from them. You know, they barely even allow them to hunt. They're putting all these regulations for them, still oppressing them on these reservations, continuously taking away more and more land. But you're worried about online hate speech. Because this one case that probably wasn't even anti-Muslim motivated, it probably wasn't. I wouldn't be surprised if the dude was drunk or something and just rammed his truck into a random car. How would he even, what? How is this an anti-Muslim terror attack? Do they have stickers of the Quran in their car? How did he even know who was in the car? Like, what? Now I don't know the story, but like, what sense does this make? How is that an anti-Muslim terror attack? So because of that random ass one case, now they need to punish online hate speech. What about dealing with the dude that just killed a whole family? and left a girl an orphan. Why don't you deal with that, with the real physical stuff? And you want to talk about freedom of expression and our Charter of Rights. Where are the rights of the Gadites? Where are the rights of the Levites? Like, I believe it was a Levite or Benjamite woman that got murdered by the police, thrown out of her apartment building window. But you're worried about online hate speech, which you're really using to frame and slander the prophets. I gotta get the classic, Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Alright? It's just more on the famine of the word. It's coming, clearly. Every day it becomes more and more apparent that the famine of the word is upon us. Because really, the first thing that they did was label us as people that push out hate speech. That was the very first thing that they made sure to do. Alright? So they're going to be trying to get the prophets to shut up, or we're going to find you. Really? Psalms 38 and 19. But mine enemies are lively. They're ready to go. Esau's taking each step in his plan, his gradual plan. And this is just another part of the process. Really, he's fulfilling prophecy. Alright? And we welcome it with open arms because we want to get out of here. And we know that these things have to happen in order for us to finally get salvation. But mine enemies are lively and they are strong because they are in rulership right now, like it says in Job. Well, let's get it real quick. I believe it's in Job 9, I'm not sure. Job. Salakia. 9:24. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, who's ruling the earth right now? Who's at the top of the food chain? Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man, woman, and child. Alright? They are ruling the earth right now. The Lord gave the earth into their hands for them to rule for a time. Alright? The devil would deceive the whole world, which devil means deceiver. Okay? They're the main colonizers, the main ones being hateful, the main ones killing people, and yet they want to turn around and do some shit like this. Justin Trudeau, dude, I hate okay. I hate the hypocrisy. Okay, I'll say that. I hate the hypocrisy. I can't stand this dude, man. I can't stand this guy. Let's not get too carried away here. Alright. 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Who is Jacob? Our forefather. Alright, the forefather of the progenitor of the Israelites. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, aka Israel, which is the 12 tribes, which consist of, according to the Western Hemisphere, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and indigenous peoples. Alright? And then the speckled bird would be the Israelites that are scattered abroad across around the four corners of the earth, that look like other nations, that look like Indians, that look like Asians, look like even Europeans, so on and so forth. but their bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, those progenitors. All right. So Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. We know that in order for us to have that beginning, to have our new beginning, to rule the world in righteousness, these prophecies, Esau slandering us, persecuting us, so on and so forth, these have to come to pass. All right. And they that hate me wrongfully are multiplied. All right, that was Psalms 38 and 19. But mine enemies are lively, and they are strong, and they that hate me wrongfully are multiplied. All right. Verse 20. They also that render evil for good are mine enemy, my adversaries, because I follow the thing that good is. Okay? So, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. So anything that we say against, transgenders, sodomites, these religions, Esau, Edom, and these other nations, anything that we say, they want to persecute us for it. They want to label it hate speech. This is a direct attack to the prophets that are out on the highways and byways, that are uploading videos, that are, putting little lessons on Instagram and Twitter, BitChute even maybe, so on and so forth, because it could go for any website regardless of whatever privacy policy or terms of service that they set in place for their own website. This is a law. This is legislation. All right. They want to make it a crime. Okay. Proposed legislation, such known as Bill C-36, amend the Canadian Human Rights Act to define a new discriminatory practice of communicating hate speech online and to provide individuals with additional remedies to address hate speech. Add a definition of hatred to Section 319. Create a new peace bond in the criminal code designed to prevent hate propaganda offenses and hate crimes from being committed. So, attacking online hate speech on social media is going to prevent hate crimes from being committed. If anything, that'll snitch on them, because these people are always saying, "Oh, I'm about to do this," or "I hate these people." They're snitching on themselves. Wouldn't that help you? How's that going to prevent hate crimes? Detailed technical discussion paper. Online platforms are central to participation in public life and have enormous power over online speech, and Canadians' everyday lives, while they allow us as Canadians to stay in touch with loved ones, blah, blah, blah. Discriminate, harm, and silence. Somehow we're able to discriminate when we hold no power in this society. Alright? And it's not if the shoe fits. The thing is, they've been attacking us. YouTube has been attacking us. Twitter, Instagram, which is the social media that they are making this legislation for. Okay? They directly label us and put it on us that we are pushing hate speech. They've been doing it for years. Okay? So we know that this is going to be this is being put in place to try to hinder us. We know that already. Alright? This damn devil. These damn devils, man. Okay? Psalm 69 and 4. They that hate me without a cause are more than the hairs of mine head. They that would destroy me, being mine enemies wrongfully, are mighty. Then I restored that which I took not away. Because it's a false accusation, false labeling. Okay? Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 26:4. Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. Okay? Which is why we're going to embrace the adversity, we're going to embrace the trials and tribulations, because we know that this is a part of the prophecies that have to come to pass. We're happy for things like this to come out because we know that we're getting closer and closer to the end. Okay? Oh, Romans 13. Okay? And that, Romans 13:11, and that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed, than when we believed. Okay? So our salvation is getting closer and closer. Okay? It's even closer than we think. It's even closer than we believed. We don't put dates on it. We're not going to put a date on it. Oh, 2000 is the year of, when the Lord's going to return, when America's going to fall. No, we don't know that. No man knoweth the time nor the hour. No, not even YAHAWASHI. It's only for Yahweh to know. And He will provide signs like these to let us know and to increase our faith. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Alright? It doesn't matter how long it takes. We will continue to harbor this faith and hold on and endure until the end. That's the whole point. You endure until the end. The same shall be saved. So we're not saved yet. This is what we're waiting on. Okay? The Lord is dealing with men that endure, that have that faith. This is nothing but a test. Okay? This is a test to strengthen us and turn us into that fine gold. The men of the Lord are going to be turned into that fine gold. Okay? The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Alright? The armor of light. What does armor do? Armor protects you. Okay, this is what we need. We need that armor to endure. We need YAHAWASHI Yahawashi to get us through everything. Like I just made a video. We're approaching a dead end. There's no way out. There's nothing we can do to survive unless we have YAHAWASHI Yahawashi. Everyone else is gonna be, those that escape the sword, the famine will destroy, or the other way around, or whatever it is. One way or another, the Lord's gonna judge them. The Lord's gonna put them to death because they didn't walk in the ways of YAHAWASHI Yahawashi. Like it says, except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, the days shall be shortened. You can't survive this without YAHAWASHI Yahawashi. You can't survive anything that's coming. Alright, we're not worried about a damn hate speech crime bill. We're not worried about a fine. Okay, it's nothing. YAHAWASHI Yahawashi is just testing us. Okay? We have to have faith through all these things. Alright? He shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. Verse 5. There be 3 things that mine heart feareth, and for the 4th I was sore afraid. The slander of a city the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All these are worse than death. Alright, now this is just speaking on the nature of man. Of course, he'll be afraid of these things, but through the spirit and faith and power of YAHAWASHI Yahawashi, we're not worried at all, because we know that YAHAWASHI Yahawashi is with us. As long as we keep the faith, we keep putting in the work, we're good. But these are, it's what you call pathos. It's there to make an emotional appeal. It's to help us understand that these are really bad things. Okay? A false accusation. These are worse than death. All these are worse than death. What do you think happens to a dude that gets falsely accused of rape? His life is over. Okay? The countless Israelites, the countless Jakes that went to jail for some shit that they did not do, their whole life is gone. Their life is gone. They took their life away from them. They had to live in prison. You know? Look at the shit that Jake has to go through. But we're not the Israelites? But we're not YAHAWASHI Yahawashi's chosen people? Alright? So we're not worried about you damn devils. And I'm going to end it in Psalms 119:86. All thy commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully. Help thou me. Okay? Wrongful persecution. For us keeping the commandments, we're getting persecuted. Come on now. Verse 87, they had almost consumed me upon earth, but I forsook not thy precepts. So through all the tribulation, through all the persecution, we're not going to forsake the Lord's precepts. We're not going to forsake Yahawashai's teachings. We're going to continue to walk in his ways, and we're going to continue to hold on to the faith of YAHAWASHI Yahawashi. Hold on to our faith in YAHAWASHI Yahawashi. Just like the Maccabees in 2 Maccabees. Alright. The elder Eleazar got put to death just because he didn't want to eat pork. Something as small as that. And he kept the faith through that. And he took his death with high honor, with humility and integrity and honesty and love for his people, to boost their faith, not lead them astray, not think that their elder went and succumbed to the enemy. Okay? He forsook not the Lord's laws and commandments and statutes. Okay? And Lord willing, YAHAWAH, we're not going to forsake them either. We're going to continue to endure no matter what happens to us. It's all a test. Okay? The Lord is going to put these damn devils down. And he's going to raise us up. What the hell do we look like losing faith and giving in to the damn devil when his rule is going to be is nothing? His rule is temporary. This shit is going to be over in an hour. The fall of Babylon is going to take an hour, and you're going to lose your faith. You're going to regret it. We're not scared of you goddamn devils, man. We fear the Lord only. YAHAWASHI Yahawashi. Only. We're not worried about what you damn devils can do to us. Okay? And we embrace it with a smile. We rejoice in the time of calamity because we know that the Lord is chastening us. Because he's dealing with us and he wants us to come back to who we are. He wants us to come back to his word. We're dealing with punishments now because, let me get that. I know I said it was going to end it, but hey, man's goings are of the Lord. How can he then understand his own way? Isaiah 30. Salakia, it's Micah. Micah 7. Verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause, and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Okay? This is what Eleazar said. This is what the writer of Maccabees put in there. We're not going to be troubled by this. We bear the indignation of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi because we sin. We're in this position that we're in because it's our fault. And we continue to be rebellious and scoff and sin. So that's why we're still in the position we're in today. But the Lord's remnant is waking up. That's why the world is coming to an end. This C-19 shit is not going to stop. We're not going back to normal. Lord willing. This is it. We're nearer to the end than we originally believed. Okay? And it's only going to keep on going. The prophecies are going to keep jumping out the book. Okay? And through his chastening, through his correction, like a child gets corrected and disciplined by their parent, which is what the Heavenly Father is for us. Alright? He is our Heavenly Father. And we are his sons. The sons of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi. Okay? We get corrected and we get turned into that fine gold through the fire, through the furnace of adversity. We become that rare metal, and the dross, which is the 2/3, gets shaved off and thrown away because they didn't want to listen. So they get cut off, they get put to death. Alright, they get confounded, so on and so forth. Lord willing, we can be a part of that fine gold, that rare metal. The metal that you burn, you purify, you cut and shave off the dross, all the crap that you don't want. Alright, all the burnt ends, and you deal with that fine gold at the center. Alright? Verse 88. Quicken me after thy loving kindness, so shall I keep the testimony of thy mouth. Alright. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. YAHAWADAH. This was edifying. I want to say Abad Babal, Wagawayam, Wadawamyam, Wa 2/3, Kwam Yasharala. Keep enduring until the end, and Shalom to the hopeful elect.